secret to success in exercise and mindfulness practice. So, of course, everyone knows exercise. Who doesn't know exercise is good for you? Everyone knows this, and everyone knows scientifically over 50,000, by the way, 50,000 scientific research papers proving the benefits of mindfulness practice or meditation practice, right? But to get into it or to get into the exercise program, get into the gym, this is, and to, everyone can go sign up a contract. So many people are signing 12-month contracts and so forth, right? Gym contracts. But how many are sticking through, following through with it? How many people are regularly practicing, mindfulness practice, which is so beneficial? Promise you it can transform your life. What's the secret of it? There is a very easy secret, and I'm going to discuss it in the video today. Of course, it's nuanced. I'll give you some experiences as well. So that's going to be the topic of discussion today. For those of you like the contents of my video, please don't forget to also press like and subscribe if you haven't already. This is going to greatly help my channel to be able to reach out to more people. And also, I would love to hear your comments. Um, and also, if you could share if you find this is something good, share it with, the people that you know or your favorite social media channels. I would very highly appreciate that. That will greatly help me. But it will also help a lot of people. You'll be doing your bit to helping others as well, right? You don't know who may need the information that I'm giving and how it's going to improve their life, in a small way and make a massive difference. It's a small thing that make a big difference in life, right? For those of you who don't know me, I am Osman, hashtag the blind Muslim yogi. I'm a bioenergy healer with telepathic capabilities and on a master level, specializing in critical care recovery and terminal illnesses, amongst a host of other physiological, psychological, and even spiritual ailments. Amazing offer, 10-minute anxiety fix for just $5, less than the price of a Starbucks coffee, delivered to you instantly, telepathically, anywhere globally, and pay only after it works. And this goes for all my protocols. For contact information, visit my website yogawellness786.com, and where you can get more information about my services. I'm also an advanced level yoga and meditation teacher, having been practicing this art form for almost 50 years and teaching for 44 years. And in that period, I've studied under amazing, great masters from different schools of thought, from different cultures and across the globe, from the Far East, the Middle East, the West, and including the scientific communities. And I put together my own unique protocols over the decades and adapted them for the 21st century, basically making them quicker, easier, faster, more time efficient, and results oriented, right? Giving you results in as short a space of time as possible. To that end, I now have students in over 100 countries, and my favorite protocol is my 5-minute yoga meditation program, which you can download for free by visiting my website, yogawellness786.com, and where you can also get more information about my services. And also remember that my therapies are all natural based and not a replacement for medical treatment. So, what is the secret to? So, let's start with exercise, right? Because this is something everyone wants, right? Mindfulness is like the last thing in most people's lives because you have so many other stresses, but you're getting out of shape, you feel you need this, and it's important, and your health is going to go away from you, and you're going to look better, you're going to look amazing. If you're younger, you're going to look amazing. When you're older, you're going to get back what you lost, right? Or try to, uh, you know, stay off some of the chronic ailments that are starting to pile off, or reduce its effect or better manage, right? And it's so important, but the discipline to practice it is this thing. Such a simple solution. You just put on your earphones and you put your favorite high energy music, and you could, all you have to just get yourself down there and put it on and have the right protocol, right? When you have the right protocol, in exercise especially, make sure you do warm up. Always start with a warm up, 5 to 10 minute warm up, like walking on the treadmill, on the machine that you pull. Right? You pull this thing, right? The rowing machine, like right in the gym. It's like a very easy, right, for warm up, but it's a good warm up. Or walking, right? I mean, I'm assuming you're not very fit. You're not going to be jogging, right? And I mean, if you're super fit, okay, you can jog, right? Just to warm up, right? 5-10 minutes. So I like to do crunches, right? I learned I find it's like hard to find it in YouTube. It was in YouTube ages ago. Now it's like totally lost. And but basically, there's 5 different type of crunches. You do 50 normal forward crunches, right? Like you got your shoulders. I mean, you can, if you don't know what's a crunch, when you go to gym, this coach you to be able to show you, right, what's a crunch. You do 15 regular crunches, and then you do alternate crunches, like you bring your elbow to your knees, right, 20 20 20, right, 20 of each. And then leg lifts, 20 leg lifts. Only 20, I'm not telling you to do more than more than. Then side crunch, you go on your side and you crunch on the side, right? And then on either side 20 20, right? Leg lifts 20. And then reverse crunch, you go on your stomach and you lift your shoulders off and you lift your legs off the ground, and then you just like lift yourself up, like tensing your core, right? 20 of that. That's it. And you got your warm up, right? And you always warm up before you're stretching. And in your stretching sequence, learn a proper stretching sequence, right? From your coach, or go online and learn a proper stretching sequence. And yoga can be implemented at that phase because it's amazing as a stretching sequence as well. But just that yoga is a little bit different, it's going to be a little bit more time consuming. And maybe you got some time, in the gym, but people is pressed for time, right? So, but do your stretching and then do your workout, right? Find out which and don't go too heavy. Don't try to compete with others and kill yourself. Just go on the lightest weight. I used to go on the lightest weight when I first went to the gym, and I didn't care that women are doing heavier weights than me and so forth. I just went and put it to the minimum weight, even zero, almost zero weight, just to go through it, because I knew I'm a little bit unfit. And then I developed from there, and then eventually start go to higher and higher weights. And I don't go in very high weights, even below average, right? Lighter weights, like people are bench pressing, in my country, South Africa, rugby country, 17-year-old guys, 16-year-old guys are bench pressing 120 kg, right? I don't know how much is that in pounds, right? 45 times 50, 150, 300 pounds, right? 300 pounds bench pressing, right? And at 17, 16, it's 120 kg. Maximum I went is 60 kg. I can go higher, right? But I don't want to have long term problems with muscle. I don't want the possibility of an accident, and I'm not going there to build to become like Arnold Schwarzenegger or something, right? I mean, if you want that, that is, I mean, you're gonna have to go. You have to do the sacrifice. I didn't want to go. I just want to look good in a suit, right? That if I wear a suit, if I'm wearing my jeans and t-shirt, and so I just want to look comfortable, right? I'm 57 years old. I'm okay. My tummy is got reasonably flat, not very flat these days, but yeah, reasonably, for my age and this thing, I'm comfortable with how I am. I'm not into, I had a six pack. I learned how to do it, but I promise you, it's not something that I want to maintain regularly, because a lot of sacrifice, lot of dedication, lot of discipline to maintain, that perfection, of the six pack. But to be normal, regular, and be healthy, and the thing, and be fit. I mean, I still got the same energy levels as when I was 16 years old, right? I remember I was walking down a set of stairs, and I was like almost running down. And when I was 16, I used to just run down the stairs, right? And today I remember, after I did my yoga practice and so forth, I was feeling like, you feel very light like a feather, after yoga. And I was just going down the stairs that I went down in my childhood. And wow, I said, I still got it, right? Like a teenager, right? And doing the postures and all that, easily, and so forth. So the secret is, I'm not doing even yoga. I'm putting pumping music. I just going to be boring. I'm not going to. I now look forward to the music. I've got like a set of 21-hour tracks. One or two of the tracks are like 1.5 hours and 2 hours, and then I've got a set of 20 of those, and I'm listening to that. It's like I love like trance music and club mixes and things like because you exercising, although it's yoga, right? You have to be very calm. I don't like calm Buddhist lounge and waterfalls. I'm not into that, right? I like pumping music. You want calm, no problem. You can do. The music makes the difference. It gives you the staying power, right? So I used it in the gym. I used it there, and I also use it in my breath work. My breath work is like so boring because it takes long. But I put my favorite music on, right? Pumping in my ears, and I'm doing my breath work, right? And sometimes when I want to meditate a little bit longer, because I'm getting a bit undisciplined meditation, because I'm so busy with so many things, and I want to, take my mind out of everything. I put pumping music. I meditate with pumping. Others, you want to listen to calm. Like when I first was learning meditation, right? First time, I use guided meditation, and it's very tranquil background music, and they guide you, feel calm, feeling this rising from your toes, it's totally relaxed, your ankle is relaxed, your knees, and that music is so amazing, and you're feeling amazing, and you're going with it, right? But now, I mean, so many decades later, right? So I could, your Kundalini energy, you're feeling the surge of the energy. The meditation is different when you're in advanced level. It's not struggling to keep your mind calm. In 2 to 5 seconds, I'm in theta state, right? My body is buzzing, all the cells are vibrating. 2 to 5 seconds, right? And in 2 to 5 minutes, I'm in delta, like power out, no thought state, right? Lights out. You like in the breathless state, so to speak. I don't like to use the word breathless, but it's commonly termed the breathless state. It's like your breath is so light that you can hardly perceive it, but no perception also. I zero perception. I don't know. It's like a blank in time, right? You go into that, and even with the pumping music, I get able to go into that, right? It's so pumping, and you go boom, totally calm and relaxed, right? But sometimes I don't know. I just want to focus on powering my pioneer, my brain. I want to feel that, power, because I want to develop my brain higher and higher and higher and higher. I don't want to go into ecstasy and bliss. Yes, in my young days, I used to enjoy it and love it and all that, right? And but that's like I outgrown that. Now I want to develop my brain higher and higher levels, right? And to be able to think faster and faster. And all my friends are amazed. They just give me a long 10-digit number one time, and I memorized it, right? And my AdWords campaign, I still remember yesterday, 2 days ago, because I'm blind, right? I have someone assisting me, and I just tell them, what's my campaign number? Because AdWords wants me to do a verification, and I was upload documents and everything. And my friend was helping me. He's not, in the same country as me, and I'm also in a foreign country, and it's like a bit challenging, to do this thing, and I have to do things myself, some of the things, and get people to assist me. And then I said, no, best is I'll call the call center, and they're going to ask me my unique number. He said, no, he'll send me, in WhatsApp the message. I said, just read it once. And he read it, and I told him back 2 or 3 times. I said, oh, okay, I got it. And 2 days later, today when I spoke, I said, I still remember that number. And I still haven't got through to the call center, Google call center. Also useless. I think they not operational, or they don't have people working in the call center maybe, or they're too busy. I don't know. I don't know which one. But I feel like there's some problem, right? That you can't get through to the call center. I mean, Apple call center, you get through, and the people help you. They're very helpful. Although they don't, many of them, the type of problems that I have, they can't help me. And I can gather that they don't have a solution for it, but they don't want to give up, right? They want to do everything to help you find the solution, to the problem. Because mine uniquely, because I'm blind, and I have to find a way, to navigate and find the right software, that's going to work for me, and so forth, blah, blah, blah. and so forth. So coming back to this, the music is the most, even in mindfulness practice, I promise you, you sit, you get used to the right techniques. You have to learn under the master, right? What's the secrets to the techniques, right? So I'm traveling in the bus, um, a long distance bus going from intercity, right, from one city to another city, and I enjoy the bus because you get like a break. I'm always pressure. If I don't even have 5 minutes, and to have like a 6 to 8 hour or 7 to 8 hour break, sometime a long distance, I was on one trip 30 hours on the bus. That was the most amazing. People said, Osman, I don't know how you do it. Why didn't you just take a flight? You're just going to be there in 2 hours, not 30 hours. I said, no, but I want time to just relax my brain. I'm so fast paced all the time. I just want that time out. And then I listen to my favorite pumping music, not calm, relaxing, and I'm meditating with that. So exciting to meditate, and I feel that energy surging, and my cells are like, like energized with that energy. Every cell is vibrating, and that amazing feeling, you get. Because there are different goals in meditation. So I'm trying to maximize the development of my energy body, so that I could reach grandmaster level, right? So I found music to be amazing game changer. I promise you, it will change. Even you in a mood, you want to get into the mood to go out. You get up in the morning, you want to go walking. You're not in the mood to put your favorite. Just put it on. Have your playlist ready for that. Minimum 20 of your favorite. Start with one, right, and then increase it, right? And this is very important. I've got my amazing playlist, and now I want to grow my playlist. I found a new genre of music. I've been enjoying this now for, I think, almost a decade, and it's still the same music. And I found some, because I couldn't find something better, right? And it's working. And I found something. I said, okay, let me just work with that. Now I want to create some of my own background, my own music based on that, and get an AI to create that, so that I can do yoga programs, videos with that background music. Because if I put my background music, these are all copyrighted music, I shut my channel down so fast, you know, before I could say Jack Robinson. And I don't want to have these videos without the music, because it's going to be boring, right? It must be like, pumped up, amazing, it's like you want to exercise. The music is the instrumental part, right? It's going to, even for mindfulness practice, and you're going to keep you consistent, and you don't feel like going, but you put it on, and you just force yourself and put it, you're going to, from the moment the music is on, you are enjoying your experience. And don't push yourself too much, just go there and enjoy it, right? And you'll eventually, don't try to be overnight. If you go to the gym and you want to pick up weights, it takes 12 months for your nervous system to adjust. If you haven't been exercising for a long time and you want to go into, like strength training and weights, right? So I love strength training and weights, which I used to do, and I stopped doing that, and I was doing body work training, because every time I keep traveling so many cities, traveling over 100 countries, and I can't take my weights with me, and the gyms are, the different locations, different cities, and trying to find, in different countries, and trying to find your favorite gym, and it's like better to, body work exercise, crunches and push-ups and squats, right, is my go-to exercise program. But with the music, right, this is the difference, the big difference. So it sounds like a very simplistic thing, but I promise you, for long term, I mean, today when I was, running down the stairs, and I felt like, like a teenager, not like walking down. And I'm blind, right? I'm blind, going down the stairs. Of course, I'm holding the railing, but I don't want to hold the railing. I feel like I know, right? And when I had eyesight, it was very scary, because, especially a very long staircase, you afraid that you can fall. You don't want to slip and everything. When you're blind, you can't see the heights. No more fear of heights is no more. And one of my weakness was the fear of heights, which it took me a long time to work on. And uh, hats off to Table Mountain in Cape Town, where at the age of 30, early 30s, 32, around there, We went up by, not walking up, up by cable car, and we went to the edge. And I used to always have the worst experience, but I said, no, I'm going to work on it. And I went near to the edge and I fought it, and I found a way to work with it. And then living in Dubai for so many years, all tall buildings, and selling apartments, and you're selling office spaces and full buildings, and you're going up, and you all ceiling to floor glass, and you're going near you, it still give that queasy feeling, right? But when you're blind, zero. I solved that problem of heights forever, right? With the blindness. Of course, I don't want to remain blind all the time. I'm working on protocols, to recover, my eyesight. Although medical science says it's impossible, so that makes me more excited, right? Because it's a challenge, right? To take impossible into possible, and I've found scientific ways where it is in fact possible. But and I'm working on the protocols, right, to achieve it. But I can have all these things because I'm consistent in my mindfulness practice, my yoga practice, which is the secret to my success and everything. And I'm physically, of course, I hardly ever do meditation with music or this, but now and then I put it. It's very exciting, right? If I want to really meditate consistently every day, like for an hour, I'll put the music for an hour, my favorite music for an hour, and then focus on it. Is much easier. I promise you, much easier than without it, right? And I'm on an advanced level. I can feel the difference as well, right? The energy level. So it's my opinion, and it's a controversial subject, I know, but from a practical perspective, you see for yourself, right? I'm sure over 90% of you are going to have a positive experience from my this thing, and I promise you, it's not going to be negative, right? It's going to be positive. So hope that information helps you. Take care of yourself always.